I took the top prospect from every single team and put them onto one team together, and we're going to see how long it takes for them to win a cup. And a quick disclaimer, there's only 20 spots available on the team, and some teams are going to have multiple players like Detroit and Minnesota, and the reason for that, we need some goaltenders. So for the first few seasons, I'm going to simulate straight to the end of the season, because let's be real, we're not winning a Stanley Cup in year one. When the season came to an end, we're finishing with a 29, 49, and 8 record, and that means we're dead last in the entire league. Not too much of a surprise there. Cole Perfetti's leading the way, 19 goals and 38 assists for 57 points, while Rossi's picking up 10 goals and 37 assists for 47 points, and Denisenko, he's rounding out the top 3 with 45 points. Owen Power's leading the defense, 6 goals and 17 assists for 23 points, while Sebastian Costa's picking up 16 wins with a 904 save percentage and a 328 goals against. Leading the entire league in points is David Pastrnak, 42 goals and 62 assists for 102 points, and not too far behind is Bergeron with 102 points. The Bruins' big 3 is going to round out the top 3 with 101 points. Quinn Hughes is leading all defensemen, 14 goals and 60 assists for 74 points, while Darcy Kemper's picking up 45 wins with a 906 save percentage and a 272 goals against. When the playoffs are coming to an end, Florida is defeating the Vegas Golden Knights in 6 games. Huberdeau's leading the way, 8 goals and 23 assists for 31 points, while Bobrovsky's picking up 16 wins with a 922 save percentage and 242 goals against. And you might have figured out, these are the rosters before free agency. I didn't want to load in a custom roster, so I'm just using the last roster that EA updated. Taking a look at the draft lottery results, we're getting the first overall pick, but it doesn't matter who we select because no one I'm selecting is going to be playing on this team. Heading into year 2, the team's looking much better. That shouldn't be much of a surprise though. Our oldest player is like 21 years old. When the season came to an end, we're finishing with a 21, 51, and 10 record, last in the league once again, but somehow we're worse. Not sure how that works. Perfetti's leading the way with 59 points, consisting of 23 goals and 36 assists, while Rossi's picking up 18 goals and 39 assists for 57 points to come in second. And rounding out the top 3 is going to be Eklund, 19 goals and 37 assists for 56 points. Owen Power's leading the defense once again, 8 goals and 26 assists for 34 points, while Wallsted's picking up 15 wins with an 887 save percentage and a 371 goals against. Wow, those numbers are terrible. Patrick Kane's leading the entire league in points, 49 goals and 64 assists for 113 points, while McDavid's coming in second with 99 points. And rounding out the top 3, that's going to be Mikko Rantanen, 52 goals and 45 assists for 97 points. Chris Letang's leading the defense, 18 goals and 54 assists for 72 points, while Francois is picking up 47 wins with a 907 save percentage and a 274 goals against. In the playoffs, the Oilers are sweeping the Buffalo Sabres to win the Stanley Cup. Draisaitl's leading the way, 11 goals and 13 assists for 24 points, while Sorokin's picking up 16 wins with a 930 save percentage and 227 goals against. Now it's time to give out some massive deals, but since there isn't a cap, everyone's securing the bag. So this should be our last season being at the bottom of the league. The boys are slowly improving, and I think we're about one season away from making the playoffs. But seeing as we finished last place last season, I think my hopes are a bit too high. So I don't think my hopes were high enough. 42, 32, and 8, 3rd in the Central and 15th in the entire league, and we're making the playoffs. You'll love to see it. Perfetti, he did his thing, 21 goals and 44 helpers for 65 points. Denisenko, 16 goals and 43 assists for 59 points, and Rossi, he's rounding out the top 3 with 49 points. Owen Power was great once again, 10 goals and 23 assists for 33 points, while Wallsted's picking up 35 wins with a 917 save percentage and a 266 goals against. Looking at the entire league, we're having a two-way tie for first. Kucherov, he's picking up 56 goals and 45 assists for 101 points, while Matthews is picking up 53 goals and 48 assists for 101 points, and Braden Point, he's going to round the top 3 with 99 points. Zach Werenski's going to lead the defense this time around, 14 goals and 61 helpers for 75 points, and Ville Husso, he's picking up 42 wins with a 917 save percentage and a 252 goals against. In the first round, we're going to be taking on the Chicago Blackhawks. 3 second period goals are going to allow Chicago to take game 1, and then the Hawks are taking a close game 2, 3-1, and they're up 2 games to none. A Brandt Clark OT winner is going to help keep us in the series, but then 3 unanswered in the third is going to put us on the brink of elimination. And in game 5, an Evgeny Malkin OT winner is sending us home, and the Hawks are off to the next round. When the playoffs came to an end, the Chicago Blackhawks were defeating the New York Rangers in 7 games. Eklund led the way for us, 1 goal and 4 assists for 5 points, while Kirby Dach's picking up 9 goals and 17 assists for 26 points to lead all postseason scores. And Ville Husso, he's the Stanley Cup winning goaltender, 16 wins with a 927 save percentage and 239 goals against. So with making the playoffs last season, I think we're a year ahead of schedule. It's time to capitalize on that momentum and win a series this time around. Because let's be honest, we're not winning the cup yet. So we're looking fantastic through the first 10 games as we're sitting 8-2. But over the next 15, we're struggling going 6-5-4. But at the 50 game mark, things are looking great. 26, 16-6. We're first in the Central and 6th in the entire league. Eklund's doing his thing, 18 goals and 28 assists for 46 points, while Perfetti's coming in second with 45 points. And Rossi, he's going to round out the top 3 with 40 points, consisting of 13 goals and 27 helpers. Clark's leading the defense, 9 goals and 13 assists for 22 points, while Wallsted's picked up 27 wins with a 921 save percentage and a 245 goals against. So things are looking great. I think we might be able to steal one series this time around, but making a deep push in the playoffs, I'm not too sure about that. When the season came to an end, we're finishing with a 44-31-7 record, second in the Central and 11th in the entire league. Eklund's leading the way, 26 goals and 41 helpers for 67 points, while Rossi and Perfetti, they're both picking up 65 apiece. Brent Clark's going to lead the defense, 10 goals and 17 assists for 27 points, while Jesper Wallstedt, he's picking up 41 wins with a 919 save percentage and a 255 goals against. Connor McDavid's leading all scorers this time around, 37 goals and 67 assists for 104 points, while Draisaitl not too far behind with 103 points. And rounding out the top three with 102 points is going to be Austin Matthews, 54 goals and 48 assists. Adam Fox is leading the defense this time, 11 goals and 62 helpers for 73 points, while Dostal's picking up 50 wins with a 923 save percentage and a 235 goals against. Definitely wasn't expecting that. Really wasn't expecting that. In the first round, we're going to be taking on the Winnipeg Jets. Also, I'm trying to pass the Winnipeg Jets and subscribers on YouTube, so if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe and turn notifications on. 5 straight's going to give Winnipeg game 1, and then 3 unanswered, including the OT winner is going to put them up 2-0. A Lapierre OT winner is keeping us in this series, but a Halbuck 26 save shutout is going to put us on the brink of elimination once again. Luckily, an Eklund OT winner is keeping us in this series for another day, and then a late push isn't enough, and we're off to game 7. In game 7, a 3-0 lead is going to be too much to overcome, and we're bouncing back from being down 3-1 this series to advance to the second round. In the second round, we're going to take on the Colorado Avalanche. The Avs are opening with 3 unanswered to steal game 1, and then 3 unanswered once again is going to give them a 2-0 series lead. 2 Gunther goals, including the OT winner, is going to help us avoid falling to a 3-0 deficit, but then 8 Avs goals are going to put Colorado 1 game away from the conference finals. In game 5, Kadri is going to pot the OT winner, and we're falling in the second round. When the playoffs came to an end, the Canes are defeating the Vegas Golden Knights in 5 games. Leading us in the postseason was Samuel Poulin, 5 goals and 4 assists for 9 points, while Kadri is leading all postseason scorers with 25 points, consisting of 8 goals and 17 assists. And Kochetkov, he's going to be the Stanley Cup winning goaltender, 16 wins with a 923 save percentage and a 234 goals against. So based on our current success, I think we're about 3 years away. A conference finals exit, then a Stanley Cup loss, and then we'll hoist the cup. I think this is pretty foolproof logic. Through the first 10 games, we're not looking too good as we're sitting with a 5-4-1 record, but we stepped it up over the next 15, going 9-5-1. At the 50 game mark, things aren't looking too bad as we're sitting with a 29-17-4 record. We're second in the Central and 9th in the entire league. Rossi's leading the way, 21 goals and 24 assists for 45 points, while Sanderson's leading the defense, 6 goals and 20 assists for 26 points. And Jesper Wallstedt, he's got 24 wins with a 922 save percentage and a 228 goals against. So at no point should this team ever be worse, because I mean, everyone's improving, so we should continue to get better. So the fact that we haven't won a ton more games is a bit concerning to me. When the season came to an end, we're finishing with a 44-31-7 record, 4th in the Central and 13th in the entire league. And if that sounds familiar, it's the exact same record we finished with last season. Not too sure how that works, seeing as the entire team should have been better. Rossi's leading the way once again, 32 goals and 36 assists for 68 points, while Sanderson's leading the defense, 7 goals and 27 assists for 34 points. And Wallstedt, he's picking up 36 wins with a 913 save percentage and 259 goals against. Taking a look at the entire league, Connor McDavid's leading the way, 45 goals and 58 assists for 103 points, while Austin Matthews is coming in second with 56 goals and 39 assists for 95 points. And rounding out the top 3, that's going to be Elias Pettersson with 91 points. Quinn Hughes is leading the defense, once again, 11 goals and 65 assists for 76 points, while Kochetkov's picking up 44 wins with a 920 save percentage and a 224 goals against. In the first round, we're taking on the Edmonton Oilers. The Oilers are controlling game 5 5-1, and it's the same result in game 2 as Edmonton's taking a 2-0 series lead. Okay, honestly, I thought we were better. How are we down 3-0 in the series already? And then the McDavid OT winner is going to complete the sweep. Yeah, so that was tough. That was real tough, but at least the Canes beat the Oilers in 7. Lapierre, 2 points. Don't care. McDavid, 13 goals, 18 assists, 31 points. Hoping someone on our team could do that. And Kochetkov, 16 wins with a 913 save percentage and 272 goals against. So last season was unacceptable. We're not getting swept in the first round ever again. And honestly, that shouldn't have even happened to begin with. Let's bounce back and win ourselves a cup. Plain and simple. The first 10 games are looking a bit sketchy once again as we're sitting 5-4-1. But over the next 15 is cause for concern. 7-6-2. What are we doing? Through 50 games, we're 26-20-4. 4th in the Central, 16th in the entire league. What's going on? How are we this bad? Rossi, keep doing your thing though. 19 goals and 30 assists for 49 points. You're the only positive from this team. I shouldn't say that. Sanderson, you've been alright too. 3 goals and 24 assists for 27 points. And Wallstedt, I don't know what you're doing this season, but you're not looking too hot. 19 wins with a 900 save percentage and 297 goals against. I'm expecting a bit more from you. We gotta get it together. If we ever want to win a Stanley Cup, I need somebody to step up. When the season came to an end, we're finishing with a 44-32-6 record, 4th in the Central and 13th in the entire league. Can we only win 44 games? games. That's 3 years in a row. What's going on here? Rossi, you're doing your thing. 84 points. No issue with you. Sanderson, 46 points. Keep doing your thing, my guy. Wallstead, I mean, you're hit and miss, my guy. 34 wins, a 904 save percentage, at 287 goals against. I would like a bit more, but I can't complain. Nathan McKinnon, he led the entire league in scoring. 54 goals and 50 assists for 104 points. McDavid, he had a great season as well. 99 points. And Panarin, he's going to round out the top 3 with 97 points. Adam Fox, he's having a great year. 9 goals and 75 assists for 84 points. And Shesterkin, 47 wins with a 914 save percentage and 259 goals against. We're taking on the Hawks in the first round. Okay, so we've lost 7 straight playoff games now. I'm a bit concerned. In game 2, we're finally winning one and we're evening the series. 4 straight's going to be too much to handle though, and we're losing again. Shocker. 2 Lapierre goals is going to even the series though, but then 2 Doc goals is going to put us on the brink of elimination. Yeah, we can't seem to find any success. And in game 5, 3 first period goals are going to be too much to overcome, and we're falling in the first round once again. When the playoffs came to an end, the Avs are beating the Carolina Hurricanes in 5 games. Rossi, 1 goal, 5 assists for 6 points. You're doing your thing. I'm not concerned with you whatsoever. McDavid was dominant. 10 goals and 10 assists for 20 points. And Primu, he's picking up 16 wins with a 929 save percentage and a 223 goals against to win the Stanley Cup. So I'm going to make an adjustment here. I'm done allowing the CPU to pick our coaches. I'm doing this myself. I was going to let the CPU handle everything, but clearly they can't. And I'm also giving him a bag because we need a new coach badly. So now we got a new coach that we can win with. It's Stanley Cup or bust. Nothing less will be accepted. So to begin the season, we're 8-2. Looks like the new coach is helping a lot. And then over the next 15, we went 10-3-2. Maybe I should have stepped in a while ago. At the 50 game mark, things are looking pretty solid. 29-14-7. First in the Central, third in the entire league. Yeah, I'm taking over now. Rossi's doing his thing. 16 goals and 35 assists for 51 points, while Owen Powers picked up 6 goals and 22 helpers for 28 points. And Wallstead, he's having a pretty solid season. 26 wins with a 911 save percentage and 245 goals against. So we're 7 straight to the end of the season. I'm the captain now, and we're winning a Stanley Cup. When the season came to an end, we're finishing with our best record yet, 48-21-13, second in the Central and second in the entire league. It should be no surprise that Marco Rossi's leading the way, 26 goals and 49 assists for 75 points, while Owen Powers leading the defense, 9 goals and 40 assists for 49 points. And Jesper Wallstead, 42 wins with a 908 save percentage and a 260 goals against. Elias Pettersson, he's going to lead the entire league in points with 99, consisting of 44 goals and 55 assists. Connor McDavid, he wasn't too far behind with 97 points, and Nathan McKinnon, he's rounding out the top 3, 47 goals and 49 assists for 96 points. Victor Hedman's leading all defensemen, 9 goals and 67 assists for 76 points, and Sorokin, he's picking up 43 wins with a 913 save percentage and 254 goals against. In the first round, we're taking on the Minnesota Wild. Rosen's going to pot the OT winner in game 1, and Minnie's taking a 1-0 series lead, but 4 unanswered in the third is going to allow us to even the series. 2 goals from both Sanderson and Lapierre is giving us a 2-1 series lead, but Minnie responds with 6 in game 4, and they're evening the series at 2 games apiece. Wallstead's picking up a 23 save shutout in game 5, and we're 1 game away from the second round. And in game 6, another big Wallstead game's allowing us to advance. In this second round, we're taking on the Chicago Blackhawks. We're going to take an important game 1 4-1, but Chicago's going to respond in game 2 with 6 goals. 2 Lapierre goals allowing us to take a 2-1 series lead, but the Hawks are able to respond once again with 4 unanswered to even the series. A late Gunther goal is going to put us 1 game away from the conference finals, and then a lone goal from Lapierre alongside a Jesper Wallstead shutout allowing us to advance to the conference finals. So here we are, the conference finals. We haven't been here before, and now we're taking on the San Jose Sharks. A Johnson OT winner is helping us take game 1, but then a late goal from Joseph's going to even the series. A Tovanen hat-trick is going to put San Jose up 2-1, but 3 goals is going to be too much to overcome, and we're evening the series. In game 5, we're potting 4 unanswered, and that's going to put us 1 game away from the Stanley Cup final, but the Sharks aren't ready to fold. They're forcing game 7. In game 7, 2 Matty Beniers goals is going to send us to the Stanley Cup final. So here we are, 4 games away, and we're taking on the Washington Capitals. 6 goals are going to help us take game 1, but 4 goals are going to be too much to recover from, and Washington's evening the series. Jesper Wallsted's going to pick up an important hat-trick in game 3 as we're taking a 2-1 series lead. Washington is not going to fold easy though. They're picking up 3 first period goals, and that's allowing them to even the series. Washington is going to capitalize on that momentum as they're going to take a close 2-1 win in game 5, and they're 1 game away from hoisting the cup. Mason McTavish is going to take over in game 6. He's going to pot 2 goals, which is keeping us alive and forcing game 7. In game 7, Mason McTavish is scoring what turns out to be the game winner, and we've won the Stanley Cup. You'll love to see it. Rossi led the way, 8 goals and 16 assists for 24 points, and leading all postseason scorers, ironically, is a rookie. 14 goals, 11 assists, 25 points. Derek Morris, who would have thought? And Jesper Wallstead, good work, my guy. 16 wins with a 909 save percentage and a 242 goals against. So what did we learn from this video? Never trust the computer to hire a good coach. The second I stepped in, we immediately won a Stanley Cup. Yeah, from now on, I'm choosing the coaches.